In this video I'm going to walk you through the process that I went through to create my own floor medallion, how I turned this into this. I was trying to figure out what to do with this big open space, and I saw on the internet where they did floor medallions, and I thought, I wonder if I could do that myself. The first step was to come up with a design. I played around with a couple different designs. I was thinking about a sort of a personalized design at first, but ultimately went with sort of a generic Celtic design, as you see here. Next, to verify that all my calculations were correct before I actually cut any of the boards, I made a full-size paper model to make sure all the dimensions worked out and it looked like how I wanted. Once I had verified that the paper model worked out, the next step was to do the cutting, which took quite a while. There were a lot of cuts. Thankfully, all the angled cuts were at 45 degrees. I used a miter saw for those. As the pieces were cut, I arranged them together to make sure they were all fitting correctly. And then once everything was cut, I glued it all together. I hired someone to refinish the floors and paid them a little extra to have them cut it into the floor. So they cut a hole just enough, the perfect size to fit my medallion, dropped it in, and then sanded it with the rest of the floor so that it was all smooth. Then I came back later to stain it. So I had to tape off sections of the medallion to stain different colors. So I've got 3 different colors in here of stain. Now, I realized later that it would have been a lot easier to make this out of 3 different kinds of wood and then stain it all the same color, and it just takes the stain differently. Different kinds of wood take the stain and differently and come up with a slightly different color. But ultimately I'm happy with it and I think it looks nice.